She's going to have to fix it in the morning. Okay. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What is up, beautiful people? Happy what today is? Um shit. Today is Tuesday. I want to say this, y'all. I'm over here. I'm looking at my I'm finna go to YouTube so that I can share this live because I want to share it with the people that's in my city. Like this is why I don't like working from home. It is 9:05 p.m. and let me say this. So in Louisiana, it's extremely cold down here. It's like 17 degrees, and that's not us, okay? We're not used to this. And so with this cold weather, like the city kind of shut down. And so I've been working from home all day today or whatever. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like working from home because I continue to work. Like when I get in the groove, like I don't know when to stop sometimes. So as I was coming to to stop this evening. Why I don't like hold on. Working from home. So as I was coming to so now I'm coming to a close of the day, and so I'm just like um let me share my thoughts, right? This is some of my thoughts. um Hold on, I'm trying to share it to Facebook too as well, y'all. Like y'all give me a minute. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, y'all. So I wanted to make this video. Like I said, I've been working all day. I want to say this. I want to this video is not no hate. This video is really not any of that. This video is really just me thinking and pondering, and this almost is a like a almost like a hypothesis that I'm going to test this year. So I really do believe, I'm going to say this, my current city supports me. Let me hands down say that because I don't like when people say the city don't support me. Alexandria, Louisiana supports me, okay? My city supports me. I'm not going to sit up here and say that they don't. However, not enough people in the city support me that's going to carry my dreams and my goals to where I want to go. And so I've been thinking about that, like is my brand or is my business, my brand and my business, is it not a good fit for where I'm at right now? Right. So for those of you that do not know, my name is Zia Bailey and I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm a therapist and I have a brand called The Revolution of the Black Woman Will Be Televised. And so with this brand, it is a healing brand that promotes mental health in the African American female community. So the revolution of the black woman will be televised, right? And so I live in a rural community in Alexandria, Louisiana. Like we live in Louisiana, okay? Period. And so I feel like when I decided to come back home to Alexandria, one of my main reasons was because number one, my mom and my dad, they were sick. But number two, the cost of living and growing a business here would be better, right? Like low cost with rentals and all this other kind of stuff. That in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Let's go back, boom, I can build my brand, I can build my business outside of Alexandria. Like we have a whole city, we got an airport that's here and everything. I can fly out, come in. However, what I did not factor in is that I am a mental health brand. And I feel like I'm really pondering if my healing brand is even something that like the city can't get behind. Like I said, there are some people that support me, but there's not enough people here that support me. Like where I want to go, it got to be outside of the city. And so I've been thinking like, yo, I may not be able to stay here. Like, and when I go to bigger cities like Atlanta, and I'm not saying I'm moving, but when I go to bigger cities like Atlanta, like Texas, and they see my shirt that says the revolution of the black woman will be televised, like people are stopping me. People are like, hey, I like your shirts. And then one of my clients, she recently bought like she's a daycare owner, and she recently bought like 24 shirts, and she was in Atlanta, and she was like, girl, they love your shirt in this airport. Like, she was like, people was asking me about your shirt or whatever. They was like, where can they get it from? And so like that just further proves my point. Like, is my brand like, we're behind, okay? In Louisiana, we are so far behind. We in the rural, like we just so far behind. And then the economy, like, so as business owner, like we got to think a lot about the economy. Like, I'm just learning a little bit more in my business, you know what I'm saying? Like the different level type of insurances that I want to take, that I cannot afford to continue to take. Like being able to help people on Medicaid, the unfortunate side, but the reality and the truth that I cannot have a practice full of Medicaid people because Medicaid does not pay enough. And so like, if I really look at the medium income for my area, it's like $30,000. Like, that's how much people make. That's the medium income. I'm trying to be a multimillionaire. How the hell I'm gonna be a multimillionaire and people only making $30,000? Like, how is that going to sustain my brand? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can I sell that's going to, like as business owners, like I really am really sitting up here contemplating and thinking on that. Like, yo, what can I do? So like, when I off, so I realized this. I'm not gonna say that our city is poor because these motherfuckers is not poor around here. Okay, they just gonna spend their money on and they're gonna spend their money on who they want and with food. Like I said, I have people that support me. I really do. But we are a big food city. Okay, y'all. Girl is big, okay? But what really made me solidify that Alexandria will spend money with what they want in on food is because I went to this food truck a couple of weeks ago, Two Rains. And let me say this, I have never seen this food truck promote on social media. So this is how I know I feel like our city is a big food melting pot, right? They, like, the people that sell food here, I would say a lot of them do not have a problem. I'm not gonna say a lot of them, but some of them, because my brother sell plate lunches too. Like, my brother sell plate lunches. Like, he don't have problems with selling plate lunches. So like, people don't have problems with selling food. Like, we have I'm not gonna say problem, but we have a big challenge when it comes to mental health. Number one, mental health still kind of taboo in the African American community, so I know that. But in other cities, mental health is welcome. Other cities, mental health, people are really working on their mental health and stuff like that. So when I'm looking at my own city and I'm trying to understand, I'm like, yo, y'all are a little behind. So like, that would really make me think like, yo, I'm not saying where my city is a good luncheon place for me. That's what I feel. I feel like it's a good luncheon place for me. But if I want to go to the next level, I really have to start really and truly promoting my business outside. This just continues to make me think or make me feel that I need to continue to promote my business outside of my current city, right? And so like, that means that like, I probably stop. I used to host events, right? I didn't really host many events last year because people say they want to do something, but then, you know what I'm saying, like, they don't necessarily show through sometime. And I know a lot of people who have hosted events outside of therapy. I know candle makers. I know different type of candle makers who have hosted events, and they events have struggled. I've rented out my business to I rented out my building to other candle makers, and they didn't have, not that many people showed up. Even if they even made enough money to cover the cost of what they put out there. So it's just like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if my city is, like I said, they support me, but not enough support me. And so, like I was saying about this food truck, right, that I had went to. I went to this food truck. It's called Mona's, and they serve bum chicken. Like, I ain't gonna lie, they be open up on Fridays and Saturdays only, and they be having a line. I ain't never seen Mona's promote no flyers for this chicken. Okay, I never did. And the chicken plates are what they are. They are like, that's all you get is chicken and wings. I feel like they are $15 and $18 maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Like 16, maybe $16, between 15 and $16. I don't know. But you get 5 wings, or you can either get 3, right? So I was standing in line, and so they was doing gumbo. And so they had a 32-ounce cup of gumbo. And I was like, oh, they sell gumbo. And so they was like, yeah. And so I was like, well, how much is the gumbo? And they was like, it's $18. I was like, it's what? Excuse me? Like I want to say this. I am not hating on Mona's, okay? I was like, it's $18. They was like, yeah, it's $18. First of all, that's a lot of money. Okay? For some gumbo. Like, 18, that's damn near $20 for some gumbo. Like I said, I'm not hating. But what I realized, people was buying that gumbo left and right. I was the only one having sticker shock that this gumbo was $18. I guess because I come from a whole family that make gumbo. And I know, like I said, I'm not hating at all. But people were paying $18 for this gumbo. $18. And really, that would be expensive. But they ain't have no problems with paying it. That let me know that we are a food town, and people, and again, this place don't have, I think somebody might have just put on Facebook, a person might have put on Facebook, Mona got gumbo tonight. Or either they just know that when it's cold, they're going to have gumbo. It's 2 Rings. It's in front of a club. It's in front of a Hole in the Wild nightclub. So I guess the chicken place is called 2 Rings. So they must have said, somebody must have said 2 Rings got gumbo. And when I say the first night that I went out there, the freaking line was long. I'm talking about we waiting 30 and 40 minutes for chicken. They got chicken, they got fried chicken, they have fried ribs, they have fried pork chops. Like, they have that. And the line be long. I don't see them advertising for nothing. And here I am on the other hand, advertising advertising every day. Reposting flyers, redoing this, redoing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I am not hating on Mona's. I am not hating on this chicken place at all. But it just woke me up to let me know that, number one, don't your prices are your prices. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to set this price at this because I feel like that the city can't afford it. No, ma'am. They can afford what they want. Because they paying $18. I want to tell y'all, I was the only one that was paying $18 for this gumbo. I mean, they had complaints about this $18 gumbo. And then guess what? So many people was getting a damn gumbo. What I did? Can I get a gumbo? When I got to the window, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the hype? You know, what's the hype about this gumbo? And like I said, I come from a family of gumbo makers. Like, we ain't playing. Like, my brother, he had went out there, he had got some, and so he was like, I'm racing home to see what this gumbo tastes like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 18, because he wasn't expecting it to be $18 neither. And so, you know what I'm saying? That just really opened my eyes to a whole bunch of stuff with my city. I'm not going to say I may not be in the right space for my brand and my business. Well, I don't know. I said I was going to give 2024, I was gonna get this year like a real run for my money. Like I'm gonna really work my tail off. In 23, I was depressed a lot, but in 24, like I'm really going to work my butt off and get my brand and my business in other areas of the city. Really making sure that I go to other places where I know that like that I have people. Like I'm being conscious of what vendor events that I attend. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not attending all vendor events. I'm not, because I'm not taking all speaking engagements neither. Like I'm really examining where I put my business, because you cannot just put your business in any everything. Like you just can't accept certain thing, everything. I've been in a place to where I've been trying to learn more about, like, in the beginning I was desperate, so I'm taking everything, I'm going everywhere, I'm doing this, whatever you want me to do, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if I know who shows up, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just going. And then a lot of times I've been there and it hasn't even been worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't profitable. Damn, I lost money a lot some of the times. So like now going into this year, like I'm being very strategic about who it is that I work with, who it is that I collaborate with, where I go vend at. Like if I know, like, you're gonna have to produce numbers. If I have to pay to come vend somewhere, what are you doing to, how would you get people in? Who like, do you even know how much the people who you're who you're trying to solicit to, what is their income like? Because I be needing to know people income, because I be needing to know whether or not they have, truth be told, I'm just gonna be honest, I'm a therapist, I need to know what type of insurance they're gonna have, or if they're able to pay out of pocket for services. Like, that's the reality. And so I just be wondering, like, is my business, is I, like I said, I still feel like to a certain extent that my business is, I don't know. I don't know if my business is in the right city. I can't even say that. I really don't know if my business or my brand is in the right city right now. Um, but then I look at, I would have to start all over. I got to rebuild. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But 2024, I'm stepping outside. Like I'm also getting my brand and my business into other areas in the state too as well. I was featured with I was featured on the State Board of Social Worker Examiners website, like, newsletter. So I've been getting people emails from people, that's like, hey, can we because they want to know about my CEUs. They want to know, when I'm having CEUs and all this other kind of stuff. So I've been having different people from all over the state reaching out to me, and from Texas too. So like, that's my goal for 24. Evaluate if I'm in the right place. You know, again, I'm gonna continue to say this. My city supports me. It's just not enough to take it where I want to go, where I see myself going. What's next for me. I'm grateful for everybody that supports me. I'm grateful for people. That's why I just cannot sit up here and say, when people be like, "Oh, the city don't support me." I can't say that, because there are very loyal people that supports me, that share my stuff. Like, so I cannot diminish what they do for me, because I would be pissed. Like, when I read stuff like that and people like, "Oh, the city don't support me," and I done supported you, I'd be like, what the hell did I just do? Am I chopped beef or chopped liver? Like, I just didn't support you. Like, so you got to be careful when you say that and stuff like this. So like, that's why I'm gonna keep on saying my city supports me. It's just not enough support, and I think that that's the realization that I'm coming to. And it's not that, it's just not enough support, and it makes me wonder, like, again, we're behind in Louisiana. So healing and all this other kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's foreign. That's foreign. People are still trying to get used to the idea of therapy and all this other kind of stuff. Like, we just, they still, people still don't believe in therapy, and it's more prone in this area because we're a Bible Belt city and stuff like that. So yeah, That's just my thought process or whatever. Just trying to figure out whether or not that my brand is in the right place in the city that I live in. Cause sometimes I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm really feeling like I don't know this year. So for all my business owners, y'all think about that. Not just think about am I like not just thinking about like, oh, the city don't support me. Not just thinking about like the city just saying that. Like really think about, does your brand even go with your current city? Like my brand would probably thrive in Atlanta because it's a metropolitan. It is a moving forward. Like I feel like my brand would thrive up north. Forward thinking women who are, like, are not afraid to say that they're healing, women who are like that want to make a change, women who really believe in the revolution of the black woman, you know what I'm saying, just more progressive people who have more access and resources, you know what I'm saying. Like I really think that it would thrive in a different city. So I don't know. But again, I love my city. I'm appreciative of everybody that support me. I'm not saying that the city don't support me. It's just not enough. So business owner, y'all think about that when you launching your business. Maybe your current city is just a launching place for you to launch your business. But then when you want to take your business to other areas, other heights, you may have to move, or you may have to really and truly start building, like going elsewhere, going to different shows and all that other kind of stuff. So like I can't wait till I go to Atlanta, because I'm really am going to really, like, when I go to Atlanta to present, really gonna talk about my business, really gonna really try to network with other people or whatever. Hey lady, I'm a psych MP and I'm thinking of expanding to other states. Are you licensed in other states? No, I'm not licensed in other states. I'm actually thinking about getting licensed in Texas. That was something that I feel like that I want to do. I think I might get licensed in Texas and Atlanta, even though I feel like there's a high population of therapists in Atlanta. But those are two places. Those are two, you know, two areas. Not Atlanta. I'll get licensed in Georgia. Okay, because Atlanta is a city. But those are two states that I would get licensed in right away. I want to get licensed in multiple states. I want to get licensed in Texas, Georgia, and I want to get licensed in a predominantly white state. And the reason why I say that I want to get licensed in a predominantly white state is because I'm pretty sure they don't have a lot of service providers like that look like me. So more people who live in that state that look like me are looking for an actual service provider and stuff like that. A city can support but not sustainable. A one-time purchase is nice, but many therapists need ongoing service use. I've seen therapists survive with contracts. Absolutely. Like, so like, you see what I'm saying? A city can support but not a sustainable, right? A one-time purchase is nice, but many therapists need ongoing service use. Yes, I've seen therapists survive. Like, that's what I want to do. Contracts and stuff like that. That's something that's on my goals for this year too, as well. Contract work, with other like with the feds, man. Um, so expanding into that area too. Contract work with the states. Like I'm really trying to build my continuing education profile portfolio. So like I'm offering CEUs, like I'm offering the first quarter, because I feel like that right there is also going to get me in places, in areas too as well, that I'm looking to try to get more into or whatever. So and I'm offering, so like trying to build more of that. I got a first quarter series of CEU events that I just kind of put out. And so like I feel like people are, and that's going to tell me too whether or not people are going to take well, or whether I'm in the right state, not just city, but whether I'm in the right state for my brand, because a lot of my CEU events are geared towards the progression of social workers. So my CEU event is going to teach you about how to capitalize off your social work skills. Down here, we don't believe in talking about social workers making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do not believe in it at all. And then it's geared towards social worker making money, and it's also geared towards African American females. So I'm like, my titles are very progressive. They not they are very progressive, okay? So we're gonna see how it fares. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't talk about, like, we still, I remember I went to a training and I was talking about, social workers making money, you know what I'm saying? Social workers, like, we making money. And the trainer, he called me, and he was so forward. He was like, Danielle, she is a forward thinker, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't helped him, like, the trainer, because he like one of my mentors. I remember he had a contract, and he called me. He was like, yo, what you think about this? And the amount of money he was charging. No, sir, you are a man of caliber. I ran down what he should charge. He called me back the next day and said they paid it. What you said I should charge, they paid it. He was going to undercut himself. I was like, so you see, so I remember, so I was in his training, and I remember, like, he shared that story, so we talked about that. And do you know, somebody in their evaluation said that's all y'all did during this training was talk about money. Like, we trying to put y'all on, and y'all talking about that's all we talked about was money. We trying to help. Like, what social worker don't want to know that? So, like, that just let me know, like, this, like, is the state really, we so far behind or whatever. How do you get into contract work with the government as mental health care? I don't know. I don't know how we get into contract work with the government. I'm just gonna go try to figure it out. To tell you the truth, like, I don't know. I don't know how we do it. I'm just praying that I be in the right place at the right time. I'm praying that God shows me a way. That God put my name in rooms that I'm not at. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know how to get government contracts. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. And I won't sell you no dream, okay? Because I'm still trying to get that myself. But I do know you got to get yourself out there, though. That's number one. If you're not getting yourself out there, if you're not more, mingling with people, you know what I'm saying? If you're not doing Facebook lives, and I mean, just having a social media presence. A lot of people that I've known that got government contracts got it from social media. Somebody saw them on social media. But you got to put yourself out there, man. You got to put yourself out there and not be afraid. But that's what I'm praying for. And then, reach out to your old colleagues from school, from high school. Like, we got to think about that too. Like, where are these colleagues that we grew up with? Baby, I know a principal, because I want to get into the schools, right? So I reached out to one of my high school, not even my high school friends, but my brother, his high school friend. She a principal. She a principal at one of these schools. Girl, how about I come and do a presentation for your student, like, for your teachers, because I want to eventually get a school contract. Like, so I was like, how about I do a presentation for your teachers, and it'd be free. And she was like, that would be, I said, I can do on burnout, on anxiety, on depression. She was like, yeah, that would be good. She was like, but you don't have to do it for free. She was like, we can give you a little money. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I was like, oh, y'all can. She was like, yeah, we can pay you about, she's like, you let me know. She was like, we can pay you about 200, 250. Man, I was willing to come for free. Hell yeah. Sign me up. So, but what I do plan on doing, because I know that she wants, she's interested. We couldn't make it happen though. For whatever reason, I think we couldn't make it happen. But I know that she's interested. So what I'm going to do is, I decided to start a newsletter this year, right? And so with this newsletter, I am going to send it to her. I'm going to do one on, like, as we begin to, I'm going to do one for schools. And so in this newsletter, it's going to be helpful tips, helpful tricks. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about burnout. I'm going to talk about depression, anxiety, and all of that, and give them tips. So this is me giving them something, nurturing our relationship, because there's an interest there. I'm going to date them. Okay? Which I'm going to send y'all a little newsletter. Hey, y'all, here's my newsletter. Here's my monthly newsletter that I just want to send you out. People love to get free stuff, you know? Just really keeping me on their mind, you know? So creating newsletters and stuff like that, just reminding them, and just so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this goes and where this lands, because again, we gotta make it happen this year. And plus, by me sending out newsletters, I really do want to work with more teachers, period, or whatever. Because I've worked with teachers in the past, and my heart goes out to them. So I want to work with more teachers now. Yeah, as I think about my old clients, like, it's a struggle for them. So I want to be able to provide services for them. And plus they have pretty good insurance. So they only pay $25, to come see me. And they have, Blue Cross Blue Shield. So building the relationships with people so that I can grow my business until where I want it to be. So I can get more of the quality clients that I want to as well. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I just want to come on here and talk to y'all about that. I'm gonna go ahead and get on. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. Probably try to make me a little salad because I haven't eaten dinner yet. I know it's late, but I was working. So make me a little Caesar salad, and we're gonna go ahead and go on bed. But nonetheless, y'all be easy, y'all be blessed, y'all think about what we talked about, and let's go. Bye, y'all.